What you're about to witness is not just a story, it's a glimpse into the unknown, a world where fear takes shape, where the shadows whisper, and where the line between reality and nightmare fades. Listen closely, because once you enter, there's no turning back. What if you walked into a classroom one morning, only to watch your students disappear, one by one, right before your eyes? No screams, no struggle, just empty seats where they once sat. This is the haunting mystery of the vanishing classroom, a case that remains unsolved to this day. 9 a.m. The day begins like any other. The fluorescent lights overhead flicker softly, casting their usual dull glow across the classroom. 25 students sit at their desks, notebooks open, pens tapping against the pages. A breeze drifts in through the slightly open window, ruffling the edges of a few loose papers. The hum of the air conditioning blends with the occasional whisper of a student passing notes. Everything is normal. Until it isn't. 9:05 a.m. I turn to the chalkboard, my hand gripping a stick of white chalk. As I write, a faint noise brushes past my ear, a whisper. I pause mid-sentence and glance back at the students. Nobody speaks, no one moves. They simply watch me with their usual, half-engaged expressions. Still, something about the air feels heavier, pressing against my skin like static before a storm. 9:10 a.m. I glance toward James, a bright but often distracted student sitting near the back. His seat is empty. Strange, I don't recall him asking to leave. Has anyone seen James? I ask. Murmurs ripple through the room, confused shrugs. No one saw him leave. He was just there, but now he isn't. 9:15 a.m. I scan the room, heart hammering against my ribs. A chair scrapes against the floor, Lisa's. She stands suddenly, her face pale. Her lips tremble as she whispers, "I feel weird." Then she's gone. Not walked out the door, gone. Not slipped beneath her desk, gone. Gone. 1 second. Lisa stands in front of her chair. The next, the space where she stood is empty. Her desk remains, her books still open, her backpack draped over the back of her chair. A cold chill races down my spine. 9:20 a.m. The air is thick now, charged with something I can't name. The students are no longer whispering. They're silent, frozen in place, wide eyes darting around the room. And then Emily screams. I spin to find her chair overturned. Emily clutches the desk in front of her, her knuckles white, her entire body trembling. Her mouth moves, but no sound escapes. I rush toward her, but before I reach her, her fingers slip away. She vanishes. The desk she clung to vibrates from the force of her disappearance. The classroom fills with the sound of heavy breathing. Mine, the students, I see tears welling in their eyes. This is real. 9:25 a.m. The lights flicker. The room pulses, almost imperceptibly, like a living thing drawing breath. The walls, the floors, something is wrong with them. Stay together, I command, though my voice is barely above a whisper. The students gather near the center of the room, their backs pressed together. Fear has taken hold of all of us. 9:30 a.m. The whispers return, louder now, filling the air like distant voices calling through a tunnel. Then Michael vanishes, then Sarah, then Daniel. One by one, they are taken, plucked from existence with no warning, no pattern, no sense, just gone. 9:35 a.m. There are only 5 students left. The walls are shifting now, stretching and shrinking when I look at them too long. The window no longer shows the schoolyard outside. Instead, it's black, a void. I swallow hard, my mouth dry. 9:40 a.m. The classroom begins to hum. A low vibration, deep and guttural, rattles the remaining desks. The chalkboard is no longer blank. Strange symbols have appeared, twisting and warping as if they're moving. I don't remember writing them. Then Alex, one of the last students, lets out a strangled gasp. His body convulses, and his fingers clutch at empty air. No, I reach for him, but my hand passes through him. He's gone before I can hold him. 9:45 a.m. Only 2 students remain. Their eyes are wide, unblinking. I grab their hands, gripping tightly. The whispers rise into an unbearable crescendo. The walls seem to breathe, the floor shudders beneath us. And then, darkness. 9:50 a.m. When the lights return, I am alone. The desks are still here, The books remain open, the papers flutter as if stirred by a non-existent breeze, but the students, they are all gone. The clock still ticks. The world outside the classroom door still exists, but inside these four walls, something unnatural has happened. I stumble toward the door, my breath coming in ragged gasps. My shaking hand reaches for the knob. Locked. A whisper, impossibly close, rasps against my ear. You were the last one. And then everything fades to black. The vanishing classroom remains one of the most chilling and unexplained phenomena in history. Researchers have proposed countless theories. Some blame a bizarre atmospheric anomaly. Others whisper of a tear in reality itself. Paranormal investigators claim the room was a gateway, a threshold to something beyond human comprehension. Yet, despite all the speculation, no definitive answers have ever been found. The school sealed off room 104 after the incident, its door remaining locked to this day. No records of the missing students exist, almost as if they never existed at all. Some say, on quiet nights, faint whispers still echo from behind that locked door. But one thing remains certain: whatever happened in that classroom, it was never meant to be understood, and those who were taken were never meant to return.